Hi there. This is Bètá Convo, and welcome to season two. We're still in season two, episode 12 of this conversation we have with the best of the best to come out of Africa when we talk about athletics. My name is Wale, and very happy Easter to you all listening to me, watching us today on Bètá Convo. So I just said we speak and we have conversations with the best of the best to come out of Africa. And today we also have one of the best to come out of Africa, and one that has actually surprised quite a lot of people this year, and someone we are actually also looking forward to doing Nigeria and Africa proud at the Olympics. She is no other person but the Nigeria's newest jumping sensation. She is also the NCAA Division One indoor triple jump champion. Talking about Ruth Usoro. Thank you, Ruth, for joining us today.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
Let me just say happy Easter to you today. So, how was the Easter today? What did you do? What did you? Let me start with saying what did you have for lunch today on this special Easter day? Once you said your one, I probably will say what I had for dinner here in London.
um, so I just got back from church, and
Good.
we go to church on Easter, and I
Yeah.
was actually about to eat lunch because after church I eat lunch, and then
Okay.
I get to bed and then schoolwork.
Mm.
But I've not had lunch yet. I'm hoping to have lunch after this. So
Ah, naughty us. You have to forgo
it's
lunch for
okay.
us. Well, I said I was going to tell you what I had for lunch. My missus prepared some very beautiful roast dinner. It's
Oh
it's
wow,
just lamb with potato, gravy, and vegetables. Quite
that sounds
interesting.
good.
All right. So don't make let me make your water your mouth water at the moment because I know you probably will have your lunch after this. Well,
hmm
thank you again for coming on the show. So nice for you to turn up. Um, Tell us about yourself, Ruth. People listening, watching us now, I introduce you as one of the best to come out of Africa, and some people probably listen to us at the moment, listening and watching us are probably thinking, who's this lady? Who is she? So, to those listening and watching us, who is Ruth Usoro?
Okay, so first of all, Ruth Usoro is a child of God, first of all. And
Good.
I'm an athlete. I'm a student athlete at Texas Tech University. I'm a senior there, where I study communication studies with a degree in sports media. I'm also the youngest out of six kids from Mr. and Mrs. David Usoro. I'm the youngest, and I'm also the very first person in my family, by the grace of God, to study outside Nigeria and also doing sports. So
Wow.
that's a sneak peek about me. I did a long jump and the triple jump. I also sprint, but I haven't been able to sprint this year yet. Let's see how
Mhm.
it goes for the rest of the season. Maybe I might be able to sprint and just to try to see where my speed is at right now. But yeah, that is who Ruth is.
Yeah, and it's so nice to hear you that you studied communication, now obviously sports media. So I'm actually looking forward to competition from you now, as I cannot jump or do the triple jump. So I'm actually looking forward to that competition in this profession. Hopefully, once you're done, you will be on the other side of the
hmm
divide. Obviously presenting and doing your stuff. So tell me why athletics? I mean, why not something else? Why did you get called into athletics, or did you decide, all right, you know what, I just want to do it?
I believe athletics is track and field is what God had already planned for me. And secondly, my dad was a footballer.
Ah,
Yeah, my dad was a footballer, and it was a yeah, I think it was not a goalkeeper. It was a I don't know what to call them, but he just knew how to like get the ball into the net so
I
fast.
was a striker
And
then. Good.
yes, okay, exactly, striker. And my dad's sister ran track. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to meet her, but my dad said I looked so much like her, and she also ran track and I mean played sports also. So I think it runs in the family also. And I've just been the one. I mean, God just used me to like continue, take to the next level. So that's where I'm at right now. If it wasn't track, maybe it would have been just presenting. It would have been, if it wasn't track, it would have been maybe tennis because I love tennis also.
Wow.
I don't know how to play tennis, but I hope to learn someday. But I just love the sport.
Okay. So we're looking forward to you sprinting someday, and we're also looking forward to you holding the rackets, probably ATP at some point,
I don't know
or
when.
WTP.
I don't know when. I'll try. I'll just maybe in the summer or when that's my free time to just try something active. And you might see me posting a picture about written the tennis hat and the bats. But yeah, let's see how it goes.
That'll be good. That'll be good. So how have you been able to combine school and uni? You're obviously in Texas Tech, and obviously your athletics career. I mean, obviously that would take you quite a lot of traveling, not just in the United States, in Nigeria, and all over the world. How do you cope with managing the two?
So first of all, I just cope by the grace of God and our coaches and advisors, everyone in charge of the student athletes put in their best and make sure that we are not slacking in any of the two. We're not slacking academically and we're not slacking on the track. Make sure that we put things in check. And also one thing that has been able to keep me going is also time management. We need to know that as student athletes that we don't have the same time that just a normal student has. So we need to learn how to manage our time. We know when to do this and not procrastinate. I have a calendar where I put the days where my homework is due, my paper and everything. So I make sure that I follow that strictly. And I know I have to be in bed early. I have to wake up to do this, do that, submit assignments. I have no excuse. So I make sure that I put all those things in check and I use my time wisely. And also keeping your focus, knowing that once you're done with this, you give yourself some rest after practice. You come back home, rest again, and then start schoolwork. Just trying to take everybody and put things in check because you cannot slack in any. And we're more than student athletes. We are also brilliant students. We also have talent outside track and outside just education. So we should just be wise in how to use it and managing our time focusedly and very determined in doing that.
Yeah, and obviously your school, your university has really been supportive of you
Yes.
in all that you've been doing. So, and I do know that some of them are probably be watching this live because I saw on your Instagram you posted there, you tagged them in to watch this show. So if you're watching Texas Tech, that's your girl. Okay,
Yeah, reckon.
keep this keep this support on. We some in March precisely during the NCAA, you broke the school record. Obviously, how was that for you? What was the reception back at school? For someone not that well known. I know you obviously would be well known in school, but not well known on the world stage. Coming back to school, breaking the record has been there for quite a while. How was that for you, and what was the acceptance like in school?
The place I broke the record was actually in school. That was the indoor track, so that was where it
Okay.
happened, and that was at Big 12, my last jump. So when that happened, all of my teammates came from the stands, and they just came on me. They just came on me, every one of them. So that was just a very that was just a very incredible moment for me because I knew, okay, last year I got both titles by the grace of God, and this year again. So just seeing all of the love and the support that they had to leave the stands. They didn't even care about
Mm,
what was going on. They had to leave the stands. My coaches, Coach Thomas was like, "Wow, that was great." So that was just a beautiful thing for me, and I felt so loved and
mm.
blessed.
And obviously, you're also a two-time All-American, which is quite a feat for anyone at this very present moment. And you're also two-time school record breaker in your first season as a Red Raider, and that's what you call your sports team in Texas Tech.
Yes.
What would you attribute all this to? I know you said so much about your faith in God, which is obviously paramount for you. Aside that, what would you attribute that to in your first season? Double, you know.
I attribute it to my coach, Coach Thomas. Coach James Thomas is an incredible coach. He saw something in me that I never actually saw in myself. There was a day we were having the shakeouts on Wednesdays. We just come to just do the shakeouts before team meeting, and he told me, he said, I can qualify for the Olympics in both events, triple jump and long jump. I was like, about long jump, maybe. I don't know about both because this is my first Olympics, And I was like, Ruth, you can. And it tells me something. It tells me not to try to limit myself. And it says, I've actually not gotten to the heights that I can get to. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm just starting. So it's been there all along, and it's just so great to know that he was able to continue from where my late coach ended, Coach Remwadu, my late coach back at home. May he so rest in peace. So he was able to continue, and my coach really, really trusted in him and knew that it was the right man for the job, knowing that as long as Ruth is a name, Ruth is with him, that I will be fine and I will do great. My teammates are just so supportive, and I'm just blessed to have such a wonderful teammate that they don't even care where they're at. They're just rooting for me all the way. And the trainers, the chiropractors, every single person that's just been there all the way. I think my journey in track and field, it's just been a blessing all the way from Nigeria to where I'm at right now. So my school is amazing.
All right, school, if you're watching, if you're listening, hoop to you, yeah, for taking good care of our Ruth. So before we go on a short break, would you cast your mind back to where you were in Nigeria and where you are at the moment in Texas? What would you say have been the major leap or major differences in terms of you personally as a person, and obviously in your career as it develops, because you're not yet there, you're still on the way. So what would you say are the major differences, and where have you developed yourself?
I've been able to develop myself mostly in strength, because back home we don't really have all the facilities. We have lots of beautiful talent back home, and I realized that all Ruth was just lacking was just the facilities, the strength in the gym. I was lacking also nutrition. Sometimes I go back home and there's nothing to eat, or I just drink gari. For those that I just drink gari. I just eat something, or maybe I go to my mom's shop and ask her what I'm going to eat for dinner, and then I go to the market after practice and come back, cook, dish everyone's food, and I don't go to bed till 10, and I don't eat from morning till night till maybe 10 p.m. Any
Wow.
little thing. So I realized that was what I was also lacking. The fact that I will come back and think about, okay, what am I going to eat now? There's no food. I have to figure out something, call my dad, get something on credit from the woman in the store, and I'll pay her back later, things like that. So right now, all of those things, I don't have to think about them because I know, okay, there is food. I'm okay. Everything is fine. I have schoolwork. I have that. I'm fine. There are people helping me in this journey of success that God is taking me through. So that's just the major difference: the facilities, the nutrition, the transportation, the help. That's all we're lacking in Nigeria. And once we have
Exactly.
that, everything else falls in place.
Hopefully we'll get there.
Yes,
Just like
hopefully.
you're on your journey, Nigeria is obviously on its journey, or our journey, and hopefully we get there pretty soon. We're going to take a short break, Ruth, and when we
Okay.
come back, we're just going to go back to the Big 12 because we just want to talk about that, and obviously we're going to talk about you being the first ever Nigerian athlete to qualify for the long and the triple jump at the Olympics. Quite a feat. Okay, so we're going to sit down there. It's the Bètá Convo. My name is Wally, and I've got Ruth Usoro with me today. When we come back, we are going to talk more.
Ruth Usoro of Texas Tech.
And when did you realize you had won the event? Because Coach Kitley said at first you didn't know.
Okay, so I had no idea I'd won the event because I knew that the other girl from Texas A&M, Debbie, I mean, she jumped the same thing that I jumped, so it was a tie. And I mean, I took a class in this, but I still didn't understand how it works. So I just went to meet my coach, and then he said, "Oh, okay, great job, national champion." I was like, "What do you mean? We had a tie. So who are they gonna give the championship to? I'm just gonna stay here, and whoever they want to give it to is fine. It's fine by me." And then he said, "You had the second best jump." I said, "Okay, what does that mean?" He said, "That means that means you're national champion." And I'm like, "Oh, wow, really? Just like that?" So I began to cry because it didn't really matter to me who won it or not. I just wanted everyone to be at their best. And I was just happy that I was able to find the board. I mean, the board wasn't missing, but Ruth was looking for the board. So yeah, I was able to find the board at the end of the day.
Welcome back to Bètá Convo. My name is still Wally, and I've still got Ruth Usoro with me. And looking back at that, and I can help but ask again that question, because he did say that you won because you had the second best marks or jump in the series. What was that like for you? I know you said you looked at it and you look back when you were being interviewed that time, and you felt like crying. What was the emotion like? I mean, at what point did that come to you that I realized I am not a champion. I'm not just a champion. I am the Nigerian record holder. So at what point does that come to you? Does that like splash you on the face?
So for all your achievements all through the indoor season, ever I don't think I've actually settled to like digest everything. You know, when you're just having one after the other, and you're like, oh, okay. I don't think I've settled like digest everything. But at nationals, I actually didn't know I had won. Like truthfully, I
Wow.
had no idea because I and the other girl from Texas A&M, Deborah Aqua, we jumped the same distance, like at the end. But I had no idea that they give it to the person that had the second farthest jump. So I was just there, and I went to meet my coach. I was like, okay, so who will they give the championship to now? Then he said, oh, you won. I was like, what do you mean I won? I mean, it says right there that we have the same mark. So why would they give it to me? I mean, she jumped the first. Then he said, "Oh no, you have the second part." I was like, "Oh, so that's how they do it." I mean, I took a class in this, but I guess I wasn't paying attention in class. That's why I didn't know this, or maybe I just forgot. But now I know. Now I know. So after that, I just began to cry. I just began to cry because I didn't even. I was still trying to just take everything in. When I was at South Plains College, my junior college, I usually see people like having national title. I didn't know how the feeling was, but I experienced the feeling at the end of the day. So it was
And obviously
amazing.
obviously was very, very amazing. You also broke the Nigerian record. Did you know at that time that you just broke the Nigerian record?
I
No.
didn't. I don't think I know any record. I don't even think
Wow.
I know records. I don't know. When I broke the school record last year, I didn't know that was a school record. When I broke the Nigerian record, I had no idea it was Nigerian record. I was just sitting after my jumps, and they said, that's the new Nigerian record." And my teammate Chelsea said, "Ruth, did you know that was a Nigerian record?" I said, I don't even know what the Nigerian record is. I just jumped, and if they say it's Nigerian record, okay,
Yeah,
that's
it is
it
the
then.
Nigerian record.
Maybe it's it then. But I had no idea it was
Mm.
Nigerian record. So I guess I've just been going into this without. I just go.
And if there's something anyone who's going to be jumping against you should never discount is that you never say never. I mean, some of your jumps you have to actually wait to the end, to the last jump, to dust everyone. So it says something about you. Is that a strategy? We don't want to let the cat out of the bag now to any of your opponents watching. Or is it something of a push, and you're thinking, you know what, I just got to do this. I have to do this. I have to win this. Why is it? At least in the last two that you won, it was always the last jump. Always the last jump. So, what's that all about?
It's not a strategy.
Oh,
I
phew.
It's not a strategy at all, because for every jump you just have to go. You have to go get it. Like,
Hmm.
no, you just
Hmm.
do not give up. I mean, as long as
Yeah.
the competition is still on, everyone can do something spectacular. My
Yeah.
coach James Thomas always say, the first jump, go for it. The second jump, just keep going at it, the same energy. So
Hmm.
but whenever that happens, that I see, oh, okay, this is what's happening, I'm not getting my mark right, I just talk to myself mentally, because whenever I'm jumping, I pray at the same time. And even if I see it's a foul, I still pray. I still say, thank God it's a foul. Thank God, because I'm going to get what I want to get. We're not done with this game. So you keep fighting it. You just keep thinking like a winner. I do not back down. Even if I'm fouling, I do not back down. And my coach James Thomas, has been able to teach me that. My late coach also taught me the same thing. So it's not a strategy. It's just a mind shift. That when you see that, this is what's happening right now, your mind just like automatically shifts and gets so hyper.
Hmm.
And also, while I'm praying at the same time, my coach is also talking to me. So all of those things just come together and also create something spectacular. So it's not a strategy. First of all, people were saying it was my first jumps, and another one say my last jump. It just happens. But I do not stop fighting, and I do not back down. Even if I'm having a a decent or not a very good day when I'm jumping, I still keep my head up high. I still smile. I still clap for myself, even when it's like I fouled all my jumps or things are not going right, because I know it's not the end. We're not
Hmm.
done until we're done.
You heard it there. Every one of you out there watching, especially the opponents and the rivals. All right. She is never done until it's done. Okay. So don't think because you're in front of her, you've already won. No way with Ruth. Okay.
And
She
yeah,
will
and this
she
is for
will
everyone
go to the
else.
end.
Everyone
And
else,
for
do
everyone
not be
else.
done
Okay.
until you're done.
Until you're done. So let's now go back to your training schedule. Obviously, COVID came, and now we're looking at your the beautiful trophy you won. The NCAA. Where's that trophy now, Ruth?
The
Is it
trophy
somewhere safe?
is
Somewhere
yeah,
safe.
it's in a box.
It's in the box. Okay. All right. And hopefully, when have your parents seen it, or
Yes,
your
they
family
have.
have they seen it? Okay.
Yes, they have.
That's that's good, and obviously you there with your colleagues. I suppose sharing the good news of our girl breaking all the records. That's wonderful. That's wonderful to see. So tell me about your training schedule, especially COVID came in, and how was that for you to deal with? How were you able to train? How were you able to focus on your career as an athlete and all that?
Okay. So when COVID came, sincerely, that was when I had to just like sit back and ask myself, so if track and field is over, what else can Ruth do with her life? You know,
Mm,
like what else can happen? What else can I do? What other talent do I have in me? So when COVID was there, sincerely, I wasn't practicing because I just had the idea that I don't think we're gonna get back in season really soon. So I
mm,
wasn't practicing at that moment, and it was at that moment I also lost my coach back home. It was at that moment I was just going through so many emotional and mental issues at the same time, and getting back to practice, I had to just I spoke to my coach about it, and he understood. He's so understanding, and I'm just so blessed to have him. So getting back to practice, I had to just try to get my mind right. I was beginning to start like not wanting food. I was just there because I'd lost
mm,
someone close, so close to heart. But I had to get back up again and start practice. So after class, I go to practice, and after practice, I come home to start
mm.
schoolwork, to rest, and also to eat. So that's just how my schedule is. My COVID schedule was just staying home all through, looking for things. I began to cook more because I love to cook. I began to cook more. I
Cook.
I first started, yeah, I first started like
How
a
do you
talk
cook?
show. I first
Ah,
started like a talk show called Let's Talk, but I pushed that to the
okay.
side. Then I
Mm-hmm,
realized what I really wanted to do was a podcast. So I have a podcast right now. It's just a Christian podcast where I talk about God. It's called Abba's
mm-hmm,
Word. So I do that like every other Saturday. So that's what I started doing as soon as like when COVID started, and I realized I have something else that God is embedded in on the inside of me. That was how I
yeah.
just continued, and so that there is more to Ruth being
Mm-hmm.
a student athlete.
And tell us, what do you specialize in cooking?
I love to cook Nigerian food. I
Mm.
also cook my native food, edikai kong, afang.
Ah,
I
now
also
you're
love to
talking.
try. Yeah, I also love to try different type of things. Like I love being creative in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
never knew I was until my best friend told me that. Oh, you're creative in the kitchen. I said, oh, okay. I guess this is on the side of me. So yeah, I love to cook and experiment different things. I also hope
Mm-hmm.
to learn how to cook other things like some other country food and just have fun in the kitchen. Aside
Mm-hmm.
from track.
Okay. And do your friends eat your Nigerian food when you
Yes.
cook?
Yes, they
Wow.
do. Yes, they do. And sometimes I invite my teammates to eat. I just
Mm.
like bring some Nigerian dishes for them to try. My coach, my teammates, and some snacks, things like that, so they can just have a taste of how
Nigeria.
Nigeria snacks or what's it called, candy tastes
Mm.
like. So yeah.
Candy. Okay. So let's go back to um, athletics now. We're looking forward to the Olympics. That will be your first Olympics, obviously. What are we looking forward to seeing Ruth deliver at these Olympics? Are we going to? I would love, obviously, to have you back on the show after you've won a gold medal at the Olympics, and obviously talk to a gold medalist. An Olympian and an Olympic gold medalist. I'll be like, whoo, 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 So, what are we looking forward to at the Olympics in Tokyo?
So in Tokyo, just like every other meet I go to, I'm just going there with the winner's mentality. Even if I don't win, that does not make me less of a winner. I'm
Mm-hmm,
still a winner. So I'm just going in there with just the strength of God and just having all my trust and faith in God, and
mm-hmm,
knowing the things I have to do right, and technique on the runway, there in the air, in the sand, in my landing. I'm not making any promises, but I'm just going there to be myself and to have fun and enjoy my debuts to the Olympics
mm,
and competing with so many other great athletes. So I'm going in there to just have fun and okay, yeah, we are here. We've
yeah.
made it this far. Now let's
Mm-hmm.
just go with the flow. But that doesn't mean I'm going to slack. I also will put in my very best by the grace of God, and we'll see how it goes.
And when you started your athletics career, did you ever dream that now in 2021 you're going to be an Olympian? Did that ever cross your mind at all?
Yes, this was my
Wow.
dream, and I've always been saying this from the very first time, to the point where some of my passwords were just like Olympian, Olympian, Olympic 2020, like Olympian, like most of the things they did in my life, I made sure that dream was part of it. I sometimes I save my password for maybe school or any of some other things. I mean, not right now anymore. If you're watching this, I
Yeah.
want to
So
try, but not
don't
right now.
bother. Don't bother. Yeah, no
Don't
access
bother.
allowed.
So yeah, sometimes I just say Olympic 2020, Olympian. My dad calls me Olympian. That's his
Wow.
nickname for me. He calls me after he calls me, baby girl, how are you doing? How is everything? Say, my Olympian, how are you? I believe in you so much. That's what my family calls me, or they call me Gold. So I've always gone with the name Olympian or Gold. So this has always been not just my dream, but the dream of my family as a whole, with also my coaches. So yeah, that's always been my dream.
I
So
think
now
we
that I'm
just
here,
definitely, yeah,
just
we
it's
definitely have
just
to adopt that nickname.
naturalization.
Those nicknames, actually, Bètá Convo will probably start calling you Gold Olympian from now on.
Yeah, so I was able to see before it happened. So that's why I'm here.
And apart from what you're doing, you're still young in your career. You're already giving back to Nigeria and the society. You've got a website. You're a co-founder of the website, and you obviously give awards to
Yes.
Nigerians and up-and-coming athletes in Nigeria. It's called the Athletic Hit. Tell us about that. What made you, at this very young age and at this very young time in your career, early time in your career, you're beginning to think about, listen, I might be fortunate, but there's still others there in Nigeria that are not as fortunate as I am, that I need to support and obviously encourage. So tell us about that. And at what point did you think, yeah, I need to just do that?
I realized that we don't have to wait till we have it all, till we have everything figured
Mm,
out, or have money, quote unquote, till we can give back. So it all started with I and my two other female friends, Ese Oguma, who is our CEO, ISA, and our CFO, Toluwani Adebaki. Hi, Tolu. So it all started with like the three of us coming together. Essay, first of all, brought the idea. So we saw that Essay loves to write. It was writing lots of things on Facebook. So Toluwani, who is our CFO, called Essay and said, okay, Essay, how about we start something? How about we just start like a website where you write all of these things about Nigerian athletes? Because we want to advertise Nigerian athletes. If people don't advertise us, we advertise them ourselves and put them out there and see the incredible talents we have in Nigeria. So this started when I was still back home, and so that was how we just came. So we just started having awards and beginning to give awards to Nigerian athletes, best female Nigerian athlete of the year, best male, things like that, youth. So we decided to just do this to make Nigerian athletes feel loved, not just feel loved, to know that they are loved. And every of their hard work doesn't just go into the trash, or no one is seeing it. We are seeing it, and we've decided to be selfless and not even think of ourselves. Sometimes we want to put ourselves out there as maybe like a nominee for Athletes of the Year or something, but I'm like, no, we don't have to. This is not for us. We decided to be selfless and to give back to them. We are going to be fine. All we have to do
yeah.
is do our part, and we'll see ourselves being nominees in someone else's website. So let's think about them first and let's begin to give back. So that was how it all started with my two friends. And by the grace of God, we've been getting stronger and better and higher since then. So I'm a manager there. I'm also a
Okay.
co-founder. So I'm happy to be part of that group that not just thinks about just track and field. We are more than that. And that's what I always tell almost most athletes. So that we're more than an athlete, you're more than a student. There is something else on the inside of that you need to find out and bring it out for people to see. So we
Yeah.
decided to do this, and it's just blossoming now. We can't wait for it to get to the highest stage. We're just getting started.
Yeah, just getting started. And we wish you all the very best. Honestly, from Bètá Convo. It's been lovely talking to you today, having this conversation. I wish you could just go on and on.
I know,
and
me
on.
too. I love conversations like this.
But we definitely have to do this again, either before the Olympics or after the Olympics. We definitely have to do this again, and hopefully, if it's going to be after the Olympics, just like I said, to gold Olympian, it would be you bringing the Olympics gold and showing off to everyone. Okay, and a Bètá Convo will be able to celebrate and obviously have an exclusive into other, happen. So
Can I say something quickly? Sorry.
go on.
So I wanted to just say thank you to my friends and my family. Y'all are amazing. Thank you to I never knew I had fans, but thank you all my fans. That's kind of weird, but,
You're just starting.
My coaches back home, Coach Ulusule, thank you, Uncle Davey, thank you, Uncle Fred, thank you, Coach James Thomas, thank you, my teammate, thank you, Texas Tech Track and Field for all of this. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. Even Bètá Convo, thank you for having me too. It's an honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you also for coming on the show, and we can only wish you all the very best in this career of yours. Long may it last, and may come with quite a lot of golds and a lot of wins. And hopefully, like I said, we'll get you back here and we will talk more about your career has been going and some other things you are beginning to do. So thank you once again, Ruth, for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
It's been a pleasure talking to you today. And have a happy Easter. Don't forget, go have your food. I hope you're having afang today already, Kaikon. Or is it white soup?
I think I might have egusi today because I have egusi in my fridge. So I think I might do afang with the kaikong another time.
Another time. So egusi with gari, Abby?
Yes, we pounded yam, not gari, pounded yam.
Pounded yam.
Yes.
Way to go. Proper Niger girl. That's good. Enjoy your egusi and pounded yam. Okay. All the best to you and happy Easter again. Thanks for coming on the show.
Too.
Thank you. All right. Bye. So that's Bètá Convo for today. A special thanks to everyone out there watching and listening. We are on Spotify, obviously, and on YouTube. We're watching it now. And a very, very special thanks to Ruth for coming on to the show today. Thank you to all that have made comments on the show, all the way from Lagos, Bright Homer. You wished us a peace out, obviously. Peace to Ruth and to Sandra Sylvester, who has also wished us well from London. Thank you. And to everyone out there listening, watching, and made comments, thank you. And we do hope you have a wonderful Easter. And to Mary X Vlogs, I hope I got that right. If I did, please, apologies. So we're wishing you too a very happy Easter. Thanks for joining us on the show. Thank you, and hopefully we'll be here for episode number 13 on Bètá Convo. If you enjoyed this show today, stay tuned. Watch it again, okay? Don't forget to follow us. Give us a thumbs up, okay? And obviously listen on Spotify. My name remains Wale, and it's been a pleasure discussing and having this conversation with Ruth Olympian Gold Usoro. Thank you. Have a happy Easter. Good night. Bye-bye.